What's up, everybody? It's me, San Martin, on the scene, and I am traveling on the other side of the mountain in Cottonwood, and we got a very special guest, and we want you guys to be here to enjoy this. But first, I got to get this party started, and this is how we do it. All right, my friends, we do have a special guest today. This is the first time I've ever interviewed anybody in Cottonwood, especially on the Cottonwood Police Department. But without further ado, tell everybody who you are and what makes you famous.
Well, thank you for the introduction. My name is Gareth Braxton-Johnston. I'm one of the police commanders for the city of Cottonwood, and I'm here to talk today about general safety as it relates to the Christmas festivities over the holiday season, and ways that we can implore and invite the help from the public to maintain a safe and healthy environment for all those that attend.
Okay, so this is pretty cool. I mean, 68th, this is fairly big. Cottonwood has been our neighboring city for a very long time, and there was a big question this morning. What is the population for Cottonwood?
So I believe our last census was around 12,000 residents, and it's pretty deceiving because that is what we would consider a bedtime population. We are the heart of the Verde Valley, heart of Arizona wine country, which increases our tourism or daytime population to about 40 to 45,000 on any given day because of the economic drivers that we have within our city.
So I was sitting there probably about 5 years ago, it was the Farm Bureau. They were getting together for their annual meeting, and they were talking about the whole community there turning into wine country. And then we sat into another meeting with the mayors of all of Northern Arizona, and your mayor was so excited about this. How do you feel about the new wine country?
Well, it's very exciting for me as a city employee. I've been there almost 18 years, and to see a signature brand for the city of Cottonwood to kind of put us on the map, similar to our sister cities in Prescott and Sedona, it's just really something I think the city and the people that visit and our residents can get behind.
When you think about it, Cottonwood has always been like a great destination for me. I've been born and raised in Prescott. My dad was actually born in Jerome, which is really like, I feel like we're at home no matter what side we go on. And when I inhabit Cottonwood, I never think about, such a big capacity of people. Now, what kind of what are you expecting for the amount of people coming to Cottonwood for this weekend?
I would say peak attendance is anywhere between 1,500 and maybe 2,000. And these are some citizens from obviously Cottonwood, but others from visiting cities that come and line the streets. And they're all there for a common purpose, which is to celebrate the holiday season and, enjoy a family and fun event.
I never experienced it, and we were also talking about again this morning that Prescott Valley is having their event, Prescott's having their event, and you guys are having your event all on the same day. So there's no way for anybody to do any kind of obviously you got choices, but what is your guys' theme this year? Do you happen to know that by chance?
I don't know the theme this year. I know that our police department usually does a really good job of representing and showing that holiday spirit, which includes decorated vehicles and floats, and typically several officers, including myself, our chief commander, and several of our dispatchers, even canines, walk the parade. So it's really a neat event to bring people together and to start the holiday season.
Well, that's kind of like a great segue to the next question that I have in regards to if I may say this right, the newly acquired FirstNet technology. Can you, elaborate a little bit of what that means and how that actually helps out with you guys or the community?
Thank you. It's a partnership that we have with FirstNet Technology, and specifically with our communications. Being in rural Arizona, some of the challenges that we typically face are communication compatibility, and so the partnership that we've had with FirstNet has really helped us to bridge that proverbial gap in communication, where our existing analog technology through traditional towers and analog signals was lacking in some areas. And so FirstNet really bridged that gap and enabled us to communicate when it's most critical. As a matter of fact, I was up at 2 o'clock this morning doing an operation, and we're able to use that technology to leverage its capabilities. And so that's really the game changer that we've seen from FirstNet in terms of allowing us to communicate where in other places we just couldn't.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty awesome. I mean, I was gonna stay off the subject, and you said it. And I was like, I know what incident you're talking about. We ended up getting a press release this morning, and good to you guys. Glad that everybody is taking off the streets. I need to be off the streets, and also that you guys are safe. So, in regards to that, we won't get too much into that. But I actually talked about it this morning. I was like, what in the world? But needless to say, man, this is pretty awesome that Cottonwood is gearing up for their Christmas holidays. What is your favorite part about being a part of Cottonwood?
I think just the community atmosphere. And as I mentioned, we're a population of about 12,000 daytime, but again, that soars, and we have great working relationships with our sister cities, whether it's on this side of the mountain or otherwise. And it's just been a unique place, and I'm happy to call it home for the last almost 18 years.
Oh wow, you've been there for a minute now. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on everything that you guys got going on over there. Is there anything that you want to add that the public could and should probably utilize for this holiday season? We are going to obviously be doing DUI checkpoints and making sure that it's a safe roadway for everybody. Do you guys have something that is comparable to that?
Yes, throughout the year we do DUI details that focus on drunk and impaired drivers, and that's a primary focal point, not just through this period in time, but throughout the year as well. But specifically related to the Christmas parade, we would just ask everyone to take those universal precautions, which are, if you see something, say something. In other words, if something looks out of place or just doesn't look right, we would ask that you would respectfully call the Cottonwood Police Department or your local police agency to report something that just doesn't seem to be okay, because we would much rather go out and investigate and find that it's nothing, or it needs further investigation, as opposed to dealing with a tragedy after the fact or something that potentially could have been avoided. And so during these and other signature events, we really rely on the public's help to get an extra set of eyes and ears in these events, because we know we can't do it alone, and we rely heavily on those partnerships that we formed with the community. So if it's something that I would leave you with, it would be just that. And we're fortunate that the capabilities that we've been provided with FirstNet and allow us to foster that communication.
Well, this is amazing what you guys are doing, and obviously keeping your community close, and I'm telling you what, I actually really love the idea of headed over there to Cottonwood, because Cottonwood is very much 20 degrees difference from Prescott. It is what it is, and I think it's a short trip rather than headed all the way down south to Prescott or Phoenix, Arizona. So I know that place is beautiful, everything that you guys got going over there. So we are happy to have you guys as our neighbors, and I really do appreciate all that you do. We're going to go ahead and close this out, but at the same time, if you guys want to know any more information, do you guys have a website that they could go to?
Yes, it's www.cottonwoodaz.gov. Again, it's www.cottonwoodaz.gov.
Well, with that being said, my friend, I know you got a lot to do, and I really do appreciate everything that you're doing. So, with that being said, I'm out of here, my friends. I got things to do. You got things to do. Let's go ahead and get our Wednesday on. With that being
You're
said,
always welcome.
see you guys later.